Like, I done been through so much in my life, it's ridiculous. I done seen so much in my life, it's ridiculous, fam. So right now, it's just, what am I gonna do with it? You know what I'm saying? Am I gonna keep letting fear get to me, essentially? Am I gonna keep letting fear tell me, nah, bro, they'll look at you different. Nah, bro, they'll look at you strange. Nah, bro, like, don't tell nobody. Keep it to yourself. It'd be stupid to keep everything to myself, bro. Like, so, and I appreciate big homie CC for letting me see that people like me and people who've seen what I've seen and have been where I have been, and there's not a lot of people who've been where I've been, can have the opportunity to tell people and still keep your platforms and still keep your livelihood. Because, man, people lose their jobs for talking about what I'm going to talk about. People lose their face value. People lose their credibility. People lose everything. They lose their families and everything, my G. But I can show you proof of what happened. I can show you proof of where I've been. And it's been a long time coming. Yo, before I say anything, if y'all want the proof of what I've been talking about to my inner circle, if y'all want the proof of what I'm gonna show you and tell you today, please, if you have the availability, because I know this is gonna do some damage towards my sales and it's gonna do damage to my image, but right now I can't really give a crap about that. Send whatever donation you can to money sign KING 89. Again, that's money sign QEB 89. Money sign KING QEB 89. Now I'm telling you these things because if you have had an encounter with so-called aliens and you've been different places and whatnot, it's not hard to say something about it, my G. I got literal surgical scars, implants, encounters. I've seen them, I've talked to them, I've gotten music from them. A lot of people might be like, yo, how are you able to come up with all this music all the time? A lot of times they'll give me my music. They'll give me my music, man. And then people be like, why your music sounds so different? Because I'm getting it from aliens. I can show you the proof. Now, the first encounter that I'm going to talk to you guys about, not the surgical one, I'm going to talk to you about one that gave me there's a song out right now called I Am an Alien. Now, I myself am not an alien, but the energy that gave, what's going on? The Beard Father, yeah. The man, my myself, I'm not an alien that I know of. So who the heck will give me a song that's called I'm an Alien, other than an alien? Look that song up, I Am an Alien, and listen to it. Listen to the frequency of that song, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So, I went to sleep, right? And I thought I was having a dream. In that dream, there was a TV set. Static going through the TV set. Please get the likes up real quick. Static going through the TV set. And through that TV set, I hear the beat. So I log the beat. I'm conscious in my dreams. I'm able to see, hear, talk, everything in my dreams, and switch scenes in my dreams. The song I'm an Alien, if you go look it up, you'll hear it. Man, some evidence to let y'all know that I'm not bullshitting. I try not to cuss, but it's that serious. Some evidence to let y'all know that I'm not bullshitting. Look at my head. Do you see that dent in my head? You see that dent in my head? Now I could open up this right here to show you. There's a big ass surgical scar underneath my hair right there. A big ass scar. Now imagine going to sleep. It don't matter what you say. It is what it is. I've grown to be like whatever about it. Now imagine going to sleep and waking up. You go to sleep. My wife was like, hey, come to bed with me. I was like, fam, I don't go to sleep early because there's a window that they can come through. That window for me, it might be different for somebody else who experienced stuff, but that window for me is 12 a.m. midnight to 3 a.m. midnight. I mean 3 a.m. after midnight. If I stay up between those times, I don't get taken. I don't go nowhere. Now, if I are you want to hear a bad joke? No, I don't want to hear a bad joke. I'm sorry. I don't want to be rude, but I want to keep on track of what I'm talking about. My wife, she said, you can tell the chat a bad joke. That's cool with me. Do what you do. But I went to bed. She's like, come to bed, whatever. All right, cool. I went to bed. So in that bed, I went to sleep with my wife. Good, happy, and all that. And then I was like, all right, cool. Maybe it's straight now. Because since I was a child, I've been getting taken. Since I was a child, I've been having encounters and whatnot with these beings. So I went to bed thinking it was going to be straight. I had a so-called dream. This was not a dream. I know this for a fact because of the physical evidence left behind. I had a so-called dream. I'm going to park real quick so I can tell you all this. I had a dream that I was laying on a surgical table. I'm going to tell you no lie. I was laying on this surgical table. The only reason why I knew I was laying on the surgical table is because I looked at the wall. The wall, it was made out of the shiniest metal I've ever seen. Now, and it had a rectangular mirror on the wall. But the mirror was only a protrusion from the wall. So the wall, smooth. You couldn't tell the difference between the roof and the wall and the floor. It was just smooth. And it was a rectangle on that wall. And that's how, when I looked in the reflection, I knew that I was on the bed because I could see myself. I had like a sheet covering up below my chest, like right below my chest, down to my genitals and my feet and stuff like that. I had like a sheet over me, it looked like. And I looked at myself in the mirror like, the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And I looked at my head, and above my head was this Caucasian man with a black bonnet on, blue face mask, shiniest glasses I've ever seen in my life. This was before I knew about blue light filter glasses. He had a shut up, I don't hear that shit. Like shiniest glasses I ever seen in my life. This was before I knew about blue light filter. Blue light filter glasses he had, it was freaking actually very, very dope. I ain't gonna lie. Very, very dope. He had that face mask on, black gloves, black apron, white collared shirt. He looked at me in the mirror. We made eye contact in the mirror. And he smiled at me. The only reason why I knew he smiled at me is because the crow's feet, he was an older white man, the crow's feet crinkled as if you were smiling behind a face mask. You remember COVID-19 times when you would smile behind a face mask and somebody would see you smiling and you could see that they were smiling by their eyes. That's why I knew he was smiling. So he looked me dead in my eyes, smiled, and I'm like, why the fuck is he smiling at me? He reached down below where I could see and picked up a blue drill, and started drilling in the top of my head. I'm gonna show you. Do you not see the scar? There's a big circular scar right here. Circular scar. Sleep paralysis. I had a similar experience and I was so convinced I was abducted. Sleep schedule was getting fucked up. No. No. No, no, no. No. No, no, no. No, my friend. No. I would say no to you because sleep paralysis, cool, yeah. You can have sleep paralysis, but it's different if you wake up from the so-called sleep paralysis with a freaking scar from the same place in which you thought you had a dream at. Now, I brush my hair every single day religiously, take showers every single day religiously. I love my hair. People love my hair. So why? I brushed my hair that morning. I went to bed after taking a shower. There was no scar on my freaking head, no cut on my head. So where did the cut come from? Where did the scar come from? Where did this circle on my head come from? And I went to the doctor afterwards and he was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "What do you mean?" He was like, "It's like a laceration right there." He called it a laceration. And he said, "Actually, it looks like trauma." Now, I racked my brain thinking like, yo, did my wife shoot me in the head when I was asleep? Yo, did my wife like hit me in my head when I was asleep or whatever? But then I looked at my pillow and there was no blood on my pillow. Now, how in the world? And I woke up at 3. Woke up at 3:30 in the morning. So how can I go to bed at 11 something 12 a.m. wake up at 3 a.m. with a scar and no freaking blood? You can't get a cut and a scar with no blood, and you can't heal in 3 hours, fam. It's not sleep paralysis. You can't heal in 3 hours. Sleep paralysis, cool. I like that theory. There's a sleep paralysis. There's people that really go through that. That's demons. I don't deal with that. That's not what happened. There's a difference between demons and somebody performing surgery on you. Now, at that time, there was something going on with my tooth. Now, I'm thinking to myself, maybe I had an infection in my tooth and I didn't know, and it spread to my brain, and he was trying to help me out by drilling into my skull and taking out the brain matter that was been infected by that abscess. That's the only thing that I can think of, because why else would somebody smile at you before they drill in your head? You go to sleep with a healthy head of hair and wake up with a scar circle in the same exact place you had dreamed on. It don't make any sense. And I could undergo that. That's why I tagged Big Homie CC, because I implore Big Homie CC. There's so many experiences that I've had that I'm not going to say on this live that I would like to talk to you about in person so you can see that I'm telling you the truth. I would love to take an x-ray on live. I would love to take an x-ray on live so you can see what's in my head. See the factor that there was no skull there. There was no skull. There was no skull under the skin. For months, my skull grew back. What kind of technology do you have that can make a person's skull grow back? Now, I try to brush my hair. Every time I try to brush my hair on that joint, it was, you know what I'm saying? It hurt to the touch. Now, I still can't do a front flip without my equilibrium going haywire and making my body say, literally, it's like, that's the only way that I could describe it. I can't describe it in words. I can only describe it in a sound, like, my whole body just like freezes when I try to do a flip. Why is that? What did he put in my head, or what did he take from my head that make that happen? What did they do? Now, this is coming from a person who everybody in my personal life knows that I'm not a bullshitter. Everybody in my personal life knows that I stay solid. Everybody in my personal life knows that I don't fear shit. I don't even fear death, because I know I'm going to come back anyway. I don't fear, fam. It's not about that. It's not about hooky spooky getting likes and none of that, G. This is literally about somebody trying to tell you an instance that they had that somebody else out there can learn from. And realize that you're not alone in this, because a lot of people, when they go through this stuff, they keep it to themselves, bruh. I'm so serious. I'm so serious. But also, a lot of times what people don't realize is people who go through this type of stuff, they have a lot of influence. They're not going to mess with nobody who doesn't have any influence or potential for influence in regards to the masses. Because what they want to do is, not, from my understanding, this might not be factual, but from what I've gathered, from what I've experienced, and from what I've been told, they want to talk to people and influence people who can influence other people to understand that we're not the only thing out here. We're not the only thing out here. And I am willing to take a freaking x-ray, a CAT scan, so you can see. Do you see this big dent, G? Do you see that dent right there? There's no skull there. Look at this side of my head, right? Round. Now look at that side of my head. There's a dent. It didn't used to be like that. Look at that. There's a freaking scar under there. All the way from here. Right there. What part of your brain is right there? What part of your brain is right there? I'm not a neurologist. I don't know about the brain parts and all that stuff right there. So what part of your brain is right there that, why did he do it? Why did he drill into my head? Somebody help me understand that. And I talked to one of my military friends. One of my military friends said that, well, that sounded like a Nazi scientist. Straight up and down, he told me that. He said, that sounded like a Nazi scientist. Because he said, some of the scientists at the end of Project Paperclip, if you know about Project Paperclip, it's at the end of World War II. The Americans took a lot of the Nazi scientists from Germany and brought them over to the United States in order to continue the system that was created over there, and to continue to be able to influence people through propaganda, through food, water, and things of that nature, because Germany was structured, regardless of what they were telling you on the in world history, which is lies. You should know that by now. The world history that we've learned in middle school and high school was straight lies. Who was Hitler actually going against? That's up for debate. Or is it up for debate? There's translating AI out now. Go and translate his words so you can see who he was really up against. He said, yo, that sounds like a Nazi scientist. He said, because what they did was they found a way to live eternally by living in the astral realm. I don't know what that essentially, I know roundabout what that means in regards to when you travel. I mean, when you go to sleep, your body is loosened from the tether. Your spirit is loosened from this body and it's like held on by a tether. They call it the silver string. And you get to go to different places or whatever the case may be and come back afterwards from that tether. And you get to travel in what's called the astral realm, or the spirit realm. So he said that they found a way to stay alive eternally through the spirit realm and come back to do experiments in the physical realm when people were asleep. What kind of technology does it take to be able to do something, even if this is the case, in the astral realm and affect the physical realm? What kind of technology does it take to do something in the astral realm and affect the physical realm in the form of a freaking scar? Now, a lot of people are going to look at me on here and they be like, yo, he tripping, he wilding, whatever. Whatever, G. It doesn't matter. Jamel, I got you. Oh, whatever. See, what happens a lot of times is these bots or random whatevers get on here and they're not educated in regards to what's really going on. So what they do is they try to like make people feel bad or make people like think, yo, this nigga's tripping or whatever the fuck. I'm not tripping. Not crazy. I could pass any psychological test there is. I'm super, super, super smart. I'm super productive. I'm super capable, super able. There's really nothing that I can't do, to be honest. I produce music. I edit music. I've written 2 books already. I'm on my 3rd book writing. I got freaking movies. I got freaking I can weld. I can fix cars. I'm talking about all the way up and down. I can fix cars. I know it. I've studied freaking plasma cutting. I can do plasma cutting. Anything you can think of, my G. I could paint, carve, sculpt, mold, draw. So it's like, this is not something that's up for debate. It's not something that's here just for people to be like, yo, what's wrong with this guy? I don't care if you think something's wrong with me. I really don't. I got evidence. I literally have woken up in the middle of the night from a dream where they were telling me different forms of music, look into my bathroom and I seen a gray. And at this time in my life, I've seen them so much that I wasn't afraid of the gray. So I got up out of my bed. My wife is still in the bed. I got up out of the bed, went towards the bathroom. And by the time I got to the bathroom, it faded into blackness. I'm talking about, it looked like mist. No shit. It looked like it just dissolved into darkness. Now, I don't know if that's what some people will call a demon or whatever the case may be, but it looked like a gray to me. It didn't look like the horned demon that most people describe. It didn't look like a reptilian. It didn't look like insectoid. None of that. And he was looking at me, bro. He was looking at me like he was watching me my whole time in my sleep. And the victim and take some personal. Who's Bigsby? See, a lot of times, that's why I don't even like reading comments. I just keep it moving. Because who's acting like the victim, fool? I'm actually really, really prosperous. Really prosperous. I don't have no problems in my life at all. I'm just here to tell people that a normal person who you see every single day, who looks good and who's very functional in society, very intellectual, has these types of experiences as well. So it's not always just farmers and you go hook, none of that. It's not usually, it's not that, my G. This can happen to anybody who's important. If it's not happening to you, that's something you need to decide if you're important to the world or not. What the fuck are you doing for the world? Like, what are you trying to do for the world? Me, my whole life has been contributed to trying to help the world around me and the world that's not around me. Everything I've learned, I've implemented to help people. Fixing cars. Oh, I help people fix cars. Welding. Oh, I help my homie weld this dang truck back together. I help other people weld chairs together. I help other people weld their carrying baskets together. Man, everything that I've learned making music, the music that I make is to help people out, G. And we got some people who can understand that and other people who can't understand that. And they just think it's hooky spooky or whatever the case may be. It ain't that, man. It ain't that, my G, because check it out. It ain't that at all. You talking to a person, or you listening to a person who's very prominent. I ain't got no needs, bro. I don't need nothing. I just wanted to tell y'all this because it's like, who else has these experiences? Who else has these experiences? Who else has this type of repertoire? Who else can tell you this? Because nobody's been through this. Nobody's been to other places. I don't even know if I was on another planet or not. I don't know, but I guarantee you everything I'm telling you is true, and my family can verify it. Everybody who's ever lived with me can verify it, because odd stuff I wanted to say shit. Odd shit happens around me all the time. All the time. All the time. I'm going to here so you can see that. So you can see I don't need nothing. This is me. This is my songs, my music. Bro, you go to any platform you could think of, my G, and you can listen to my music. I don't care what people think about me. I got shit rolling, bro. People need help. Dumbasses need help. Motherfuckers who go take vaccines need help, bruh. I can heal myself. I've been around sick people for a long time and I don't get sick.
I don't get sick because I know the way not to get sick. Firstly, it starts up here. Secondarily, it starts. It ends with what you eat, what you intake. Your fucking mind, G. Most people watch sickening shit and wonder why they get sick. You idiot. You go eat fast food and wonder why you get sick. You get sick because you're eating sick foods, you dumbass. And you come at a person like me who's really freaking reputable. I ain't even want to say stuff like that, but a person who's really got a lot going for them. We can go through my albums right here. We can go through these. We can show you what I'm about, but you think that it's whatever, man. No, this is me, bro. Like, these are me. Stop playing with me. Y'all motherfuckers need help. I don't need none of that. I don't need psychiatrists and psychologists and therapy. Therapy is me talking about it, releasing it, fam. Because if I don't talk about it and release it, it stays in my mind. It stays there, and then who's gonna know what's really going on? This is me, bruh. Y'all are tripping. The people who were tripping, y'all are tripping, G. People who telling me, quit being the victim, my G, you don't do half the fucking work I do. You don't do a quarter of the work that I do. You don't have a quarter of the repertoire that I got telling me that I need therapy, my G. I don't. I need an x-ray so I can show y'all fools the proof of what's really going down. If you got a freaking doubt in your mind, go outside 2 o'clock in the morning. Go outside 1 o'clock in the morning. Look up in the sky, see if you don't see some weird shit. Go in the woods. No, matter of fact, if you got any type of doubt in your mind, go to the Appalachian Mountains and stay there overnight. See if they don't change your mind. Go to North Carolina woods in the middle of the night. See if they don't change your mind talking about some, oh, it ain't real. Slap yourself for saying it ain't real. Thinking you the only thing on this planet. You're a fool to think you're the only thing on this planet, bruh. You don't even know the types of fish there are in the ocean, but you say that you're the only hominid on this planet. You're not. Get that delusions of grandeur out your mind, G. I've been dealing with this since I was a kid, bro. They've been taking me since I was a kid. You know why? Because I'm special and because I got something to provide for this planet, bro. They don't come get everybody because everybody ain't right. Everybody ain't special. They blood ain't right. They bloodline ain't right. You can see my bloodline. I come from the bloodline of the originals, bro. Y'all are tripping. I come from the bloodline of the originals. I ain't on no job. I ain't on none of that. I'm here to change this world. Y'all are tripping. Those of you who are tripping, you tripping, G. For what? To try to make yourself look cool in somebody else's comments? Shut up. Shut up, bruh. Like, because I've seen these things so much in my life that I ain't got no doubts in my heart. Think about this. Why would they have whole government branches attributed to this if it wasn't real? Why would, when me and my brother were talking on the phone, they tap my phone? Why would, when me and my people were on the phone, they tap my phone and then cut the line when we start talking about some real stuff? Now, this right here, you'd be like, oh, you ain't got no proof. Yes, I do. Once again, I have a whole surgical scar in my head and plenty of other surgical implants, most likely. Because to my knowledge, I've traveled 3 times in my life. And I've seen them way more than that. They gave me music way more than that. You got a doubt about it? Go listen to some of my music. And it'd be like, wait, what? It's different. It's different. I ain't like y'all. I ain't like y'all. I'm not like y'all. I've been involved in so much. Those esoteric groups, I've been involved in so much. And that's why I know what I know. And I don't believe shit. I know what I know. I don't believe shit. I know God exists. I know the devil exists. I know aliens exist. I know ghosts exist. Just like I know humans exist. Because I've seen it. Now imagine getting shot at and bullets are swerving around your head. My brother had got shot at one time when we was walking back home from after doing music at my brother's house. So me and my brother were going back to my crib after being at another brother's crib. Car had stopped. I'm talking about like at least 30 shots. My brother did like this. He put his hand on my stomach, like, hold up, don't move. So I don't move. The bullets are. I thought those sounds were fake, bruh. I thought that they were fake. This is ripping around my head. I did not move. So what was moving those bullets around my head? God. God. Because I wouldn't be here to tell you this today if that didn't happen to me. I lived in so much fear for so many years to try to be freaking normal. Yeah, Jesus, if you want to call him Jesus, that's who moved those bullets around my head. I came back to that scene the next day. It was caution tape, bullet holes was all around where I was standing. Not one hit me. Yeah, they're fucking scary, G. But to be God's honest with you, I did not have a drop of fear inside of me when it was happening. I promise to God, you can ask my brother. You can ask my brother. I just stood there like, what the fuck are they shooting at me for? That was what my mind was like, because I'm like, I don't do nothing bad to nobody. What the fuck are they shooting at me for? Is this some sort of gang initiation? Because a lot of times people, in order to get jumped into certain gangs, like, they'll go and shoot at a random person, because anybody can shoot at somebody and kill somebody that you have beef with, but it takes a real evil and devoted person to go and try to shoot at somebody and kill somebody you don't have no beef with. And so I'm guessing that's what they were doing, because they rolled down the back window, a rifle came out the window, boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, the fuck is he shooting at us? And then I heard the bullets like, shoo, shoo, shoo. Yeah, he was shooting at us, but I'm still here for a reason. I'm straight for right now. God bless you, fam. God bless you. You here for a reason, and if you got into a shootout and you still here, you here for a reason, bruh. And give that testimony to people that think that getting into shootouts is cool. Because getting into shootouts is cool until you get shot. It's not really cool. I just said that. People think that it's cool until you don't want to get shot, and then your family's crying about you, G. We're not here for just ourselves. We're here for people. That's why I took a time out of my day to stop to even tell y'all this. Because I don't need live. I don't need attention. I don't need to be on here. I'm only here to tell y'all what has been happening in my life, so that there's some form of documentation as to what has been actually going on in this planet. Because a lot of people don't know the severity of what's going on in this planet. If you got any doubts, take you an infrared camera and look up in the sky at nighttime. If you got any doubts that you're the only person here, you think you're the only person here, go outside at night, 2 o'clock in the morning, no, 12 o'clock in the midnight to 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock a.m. Take an infrared camera, set that motherfucker up, and look at the sky and see what you see. See what you see. I'm so fucking, like, agitated right now. I'm lighting a black amount, bro. That's how you know this shit hitting weird, bro. Because I don't even like talking about this type of shit. Imagine waking up in the nighttime, and there's you could hear this weird frequency over my ear. Because I used to sleep with my covers over my ear, because when I was young, I'm gonna tell you straight drop. When I was young, spirits used to yell into my ears because I got really sensitive hearing, because I'm a musician. Musicians have sensitive hearing. When I was a child, they would yell, demons and whatever you want to call them, dark deceases, my mom would call them, would yell into my ears because they knew that I don't like loud sounds. Like, I don't mind it if we're at a range and we're shooting or whatever, but I don't like people yelling. If you yell around me, it's gonna put me in damn, like, yo, it's gonna put me in fight mode. And I don't like fighting, man. I will, because I've been training my whole life for it, but I don't like fighting. I just want y'all to know the truth about what's really going on. I'm not gonna stay on here for too much longer. I got plenty more encounters to talk about, fam. Like, no, I'm gonna go back to that. Imagine going to sleep, waking up in the middle of the night to something like staticky, weird in your ear. It's like electricity is what it sounded like in my ear. And I turned over to the side, a fucking big ass gray aliens over my bed like this. A big ass, all I could see was them black glass eyes. His eyes looked like obsidian, shined obsidian. All I could see was his big ass black glass eyes. Mouth was not moving. So what the fuck is making that noise? His mouth was not moving. So what was making that noise in my ear? Then I got some new music. I wake up in the middle of the night. I used to call him I used to call this spirit or whatever the fuck. It's actually bringing back good memories. Tappy. I used to call him Tappy because I would leave this keyboard. I gave that keyboard away because that shit got too kind of creepy. Whenever it was time for me to make music, there'd be tick, 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 tick on my keys, tapping on my keys. I could hear it because you know the sound of nails. You hear that? That's the sound. Nails tapping on plastic keys because I had a plastic Casio CTK 710. I remember that keyboard. Then I upgraded to CTK 2000 and I upgraded to Arturia 64 key. But when I had that CTK 710, if Tappy is what I called her. I called her because I seen it in my dream one night what it was. Now imagine going to sleep and having a dream that this nice black lady, she was a black lady, light-skinned black lady with shoulder-length hair, was on your keyboards, playing keys, playing a song for you, and then you wake up and your keyboard is tapping. That made me think like, yo, it really happened. Was it a dream or not? You know what I'm saying? Was I just like traveling and I was able to see her when I was outside of the body, but when I came back to the body, you still got what they call the veil over your face and whatnot. I'm not even certain if this video is going to upload. If you're watching this live right now and you come back to this channel later on, watch how long it takes for this video to upload. Because they don't want what I'm saying to come out. They don't want what I'm saying to come out. Because once you start to realize that there's more to this planet than just what they told you, you start to question, what the heck am I here for? What am I supposed to be doing? And if you start to ask, what are you supposed to be doing? The important questions, then you're on the right track. And a lot of people don't want you to be on the right track. They want you to be controlled. Imagine if you were a leader of 8 billion, 9 billion people, would you want them to all understand that you don't need them? Would you want them to all understand that the more you learn, the more you provide, the more you get? The more you learn, the more you provide. And the more you provide, the more you get. It's actually what they say. Thinking leads to becoming. Becoming leads to doing. And doing leads to getting. Think, become, do, get. That's the formula. If you want to get something, you have to think about what you have to become to get it. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get something, you got to think of what you have to do to get it. In order to do something, you have to become that. And in order to become that, you have to think like that. These are the things that I've learned in my life, bruh. And it's working like a charm. Like I said, please, 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 if you have the opportunity, I'm putting together a project. I want to go get these x-rays done for y'all. Go to Cash App. KINGQEB89. KINGQEB89 on Cash App. And send a donation. I guarantee you it's not. I don't go buy drugs. The only thing I do is smoke black amounts, bro. I don't even drink. So it's not gonna go to none of that. What it will go to is me going to the dang hospital and getting a CAT scan. Me going to the hospital and getting a x-ray. Because for years, this has been here for like 3 years now. For years, I've been afraid to tell people about this. For years, I've been reluctant to go get a CAT scan or x-ray because I didn't want to see what was inside of me because I was afraid of what it would be. I get blinding headaches sometimes. Last night I had a blinding headache and it feels like sometimes my head's going to explode. I told my wife last night, I was like, yo, you be like screaming and whatnot over getting your stub toe. So I wouldn't even wish this pain on you that I got right now, because you would be crying, is what I told her. I got a high threshold of pain, man. A high threshold of pain. I need these x-rays to be able to show y'all this. So big homie CC, if you see this video, hit me up, man. Hit me up. We got a lot to talk about. I got a lot to fill you in on, bro. I got a lot to fill you in on. I can sit down and take lie detector tests in front of your face and show you that I'm not a military trained person who's trained to be able to like pass lie detector tests. I can't do that. So when I tell you something, it's genuine. And you know how they do in lie detector tests, they ask you baseline questions first. So you ask the baseline questions to get a stream of where a person is actually telling the truth and what it responds to on the monitor. I'm gonna play this shit for y'all real quick so you can hear this song. That boy, what's his name? What's that boy's name? Dang, I forgot. I used to like him too. I forgot his name because I got out of the whole state of being a fan. Listen to this song. It's called Fifth Dimension.
So you made it. You've realized who you are now. You've learned the lessons. You've implemented the information. So now what would you do?
For real! You learn the information, so what you do? What are we saying?
Voices in my head saying, fuck em, fuck em, how you trust them, knowing that they lie, but you love them, like they're really something, knowing you can cook them like an oven, don't even have to touch them, I can send the spirits out the fuck em, I think that I'm bluffing, knowing that it's all a test for me, it's the best for me,
Man, I ain't even gonna play that song. That song's on my new album that came out on the 10th. And this is not an advertisement for my album, because on the day of my album coming out, I was at a funeral. That pales in comparison to somebody's life. So I didn't even put out no dang advertisements or nothing in regards to that song. I mean, in regards to that album at all. I'm not here for that, bro. I'm here to share with y'all what I actually go through, fam. This song right here, I'm an alien. Hold on, how we gonna get better vision on that? I should have used this phone, because this is a Google 10 Pro, and the one that I'm using right now is a Google 9 Pro to show y'all this one here. This is the song that came through. Oh shit, we dropped y'all down to the floor. Drop you down to the floor. This is this song right here.
Yes, I try to fit in, but I am, you know that I am an alien. It's hard for me to be normal. Don't do things that they want to. I can't waste time, I gotta make moves now. A move now, yeah. I can't stop what I came for. Can't make less, I gotta make more. Cause I don't know when I go, it might be now, yeah. I don't think they can do what I can. I'm flying high, desire more. The man, and oh, I do my best, oh yeah.
It's kind of stressful for me to talk about, fam. It's kind of stressful for me to talk about. But that's that song right there. I'm an alien. And the reason why I said to myself that, like, I didn't really I like they gave me the chorus. They didn't give me the lyrics to the verse or whatever the case may be. That's usually how it goes. They'll give me the chorus, but they won't give me the lyrics to the verse. I don't know why that is, but that's just how they roll. A lot of times when they do give me things that are lyric based or whatever the case may be, it's usually like repetitive lyrics that aren't that detailed. So here's another one.
Moves every day, bitch, I can't stop, no. Keep it going till I reach past the fucking top, yeah. All the box, bitch, yeah, that be me all day, yeah. What I'm talking about is take them to the space, yeah. It's on a different level that you never fucking seen, no. Take them to the beautiful places,
Not a fucking
dream, no. That's the fucking fish, you know. That means no. Look it up inside Google, that's what they be fiend for. Motherfuckers say, check, play like these guys, you don't give a fuck about knowledge, you just follow. Everything I do is real, bitch. Yeah, take it to the next level. You don't know nothing about it. Yeah, the days where I had to eat the noodles raw. Yeah, you don't know shit, bitch. Look, that's what I'm trying. Yeah, when I get rich, I'ma pass it to my sisters. Yeah, and my family too. They gon' have to do shit regardless. Yeah, cause they want to. Yeah, that's how life
life is for real, fam. I want to get to the songs that they gave me because some of these songs I came up with myself, but the biggest songs to me were given to me. They might not be the biggest songs, like the songs that people gravitate towards, but the songs that I gravitate towards are the ones that they gave me, because it's like the ones that came from spirit, you know? And I love it. Not this one. I love this song a little bit. I mean, this beat, but this ain't it. I'm going through songs and songs. These are all songs that I made, bro. Like random select, boom, whatever that is. Now listen to it. No, that's one. Hold on. Random song. Okay, random select again. Boom.
Yeah.
Listen to it.
Yeah. I touch down, they talk circles. I touch down, they talk circles. I touch down, they talk circles. Bitch, talk down and know. I touch down, they talk circles.
Another one. I think I'm gonna put this one on my next album.
All of my friends say I work like a factory, yeah. And I stay charged, but it's no batteries.
I've seen so much, fam. My eyes are fucking not right. I've seen so much. This one I call my spirit eye, bro. When I was a kid, I used to be able to see ghosts. I thank God I can't see them no more, but go, y'all, because I got stuff that I need to do, and I don't want to be on live while I'm doing it because it's dangerous to be on live and drive at the same time. But take what I say into account, fam. And if y'all got, I'm really putting together a project with different people who've been through what I've been through, who've seen what I've seen in the same room as me. I'm talking about. So there's eyewitness testimony, but it's beyond mine. If you don't believe me, I don't care. But you're gonna believe evidence. You're gonna believe seeing it. I'm gonna start going live and being outside so you can see what I see in the middle of the night. And me and my friend had made this song with this beat. He played the guitar, I played everything else. Man, I love that shit, fam. I love this beat. it don't, man. Somebody calling my ass, but
Bitch, I know, yeah. Had to tell them something, so I don't know, yeah. Had to get the ends, yeah, I know, yeah. I had to get the win, yeah, I know, yeah. Had to keep it broken like I needed it. Life used to be dark, now beaming, man. I don't really know what she needed, so I had to keep going, had to keep it rolling. Moving through the city like I got it, yeah. You gon' hear me hitting like I'm knocking, yeah. Girls rockin' with me cause we hot, yeah. Girl rockin' with me like we poppin', yeah.
so I got immense talent. Everything that you heard was produced and engineered by me and performed by me. The only thing that wasn't produced solely by me was with me and my friend Tyler, who had he was playing the guitar, I was playing the piano and the drums and bass and everything else. But my G, those who know me know I ain't on no bullshit, and I could show you better than I can tell you. I could show you better than I can tell you. So if you support me and you love what I'm got for you and you want more of it, go to my Cash App and support me, fam. Go to my Cash App and support me, because I don't work for nobody. I'm out here freelance, fam. I haven't had a job in like a year and a half, my G. I've been making it off my talents. I've been making it off my skills. And that's the end goal for everybody, is to gain enough skills to be able to be self-sufficient. I don't have to clock in or clock out. I'm out here. It's KINGQEB89 on Cash App. That's money sign KINGQEB on Cash App. I'm sorry, money sign KINGQEB89. Again, that's money sign KINGQEB89. And I don't usually do the whole, hey, you guys send Cash App things. But I'm putting my freaking life on the line, bruh. Y'all don't know who I know. Y'all don't know who's watching me. Y'all don't know who's listening to me. So if I'm saying this to you, it's for a reason. Time is getting really thin. Time is coming to a point where it's at a precipice of change. And if things go the way that they're telling me it's going to go, you have to open your mind now. You have to open your mind now. You only got 8 more months. You have to open your mind now, or you're going to get swept away. That's all I'm going to say on that. So it's KINGQEB89 on Cash App. Send me some love, and I'm going to shout you out in the video. We're going to do some more videos. We got interviews. Man, we got interviews that are already filmed. We just got to put them out. We got interviews coming up. We got a lot of different music. We got movies. We got everything, my G. Support me, and I got y'all. You aren't alone. You're not alone, and you're not crazy. If you've seen it, tell me. We can get on this live together. If you've seen it, tell the world. They need to know. They need to know, fam. They need to know. A lot of these people out here don't even know where they're at or what they're doing. They don't know about Middle Earth. They don't know about anything. They don't know about what they're eating or drinking. So please help me educate these people. I got supreme education, supreme intellect, but at the same token, I drip feed it. The reason why is to keep people safe. Drip feeding it. Because if they know they can't hurt me, just keep calling, man. Bloop. They trying to stop me from telling y'all, man. They trying to stop me from telling y'all, bro. That's 2 times now. Once I start getting to a point where I'm talking about some things. If you still listening to the radio, you fucked up. If you still listening to FM radio, AM radio, besides 89.9 WDAV Davidson, I fuck with 89.9 WDAV Davidson. If you're not listening to that, you're fucked. If you're not listening to classical music or making your own music or supporting people that you know that make their own music, you're being programmed. That's why they call it radio programming. I can go into depth about the megahertz. I can go into depth about everything, man. 432 to 440. It's not that big of a change you think. But that change right there leaves these two top chakras open. Your third eye chakra and your crown chakra, which allows you to intake. Because if you think about it, your physiology, you intake through here, you intake through here, you intake through here, you intake through here, you intake through here. You excrete through the bottom. But if they shut down the lower 5 main meridians and your top 2 are still open, what you doing? You're overflowing your cup. You fill your cup up till you overflow and you go out there and do some dumb stuff. So please stop listening to the radio. Please stop watching TV unless it's something you choose to watch. Don't flip through channels, man, and let them choose what to watch. Choose what you want to watch. You choose it, my G's. Listen to me, man. I ain't got no ill intent for y'all. Love y'all. Y'all have a good day, man. Peace out. Again, that's Cash App. Money sign. KINGQEB89. Support your boy and I'll support y'all.